So Luba, you are a Ukrainian woman and you lived in Ukraine your whole life. You were born a Ukrainian baby and you
I
grew...
thought you were bored.
You were born a Ukrainian baby and you grew up into a Ukrainian woman, correct?
Wow, yes.
Okay, so you're a good person to ask this question. Do Ukrainian women specifically want, long for, they must have men from Western countries like United States or Australia or New Zealand? Of course, New Zealand, that's out of the question. Of course, they long for New Zealanders. But let's focus on this, shall we? Because, I know a lot of guys get a little bit confused with this because do Ukrainian women long for, there's a new word for Luba, long for, do Ukrainian women actually want to be in relationships with men from the West?
It's a complicated question, complicated answer. So let's discuss it today. There is a myth that I want to start with. There's a myth that all Ukrainian ladies are craving green card or visa to United States or ticket to United States. And so it's been like since the beginning of the universe. Since the USSR, it was like saying that the ladies, they don't care, they just want to go to US. But nowadays, I think realistically, we all understand that first of all, of course, because of the political situation that happened, because of the war, first of all, Ukrainian lady at this point of life can go absolutely anywhere she wants. If she wants to go to New Zealand, she can go to New Zealand.
She's more than welcome.
If she wants to go to...
She can stay with my parents.
Okay. If she wants to go to Europe, she go to Europe and she got free accommodation, she got financial support, she can learn language for free. If she want to go to US, she find on Facebook group a person that will sponsor, like write a letter and she can go there, or like some help. England, Canada. So at the moment there is absolutely no limit for Ukrainian person where he or she like wants to live, right? We're speaking about the ladies. So this is number one. What about before? Like maybe in USSR when people really wanted to run away from regime, or like they wanted to run away from like this political situation, like they didn't enjoy how everything was placed on USSR. Of course, they was thinking that on the West, such as the United States, it's much better. And like all the movies, all the Coca-Cola advertising, it was making like American dream, right? American dream. And we all been like taught that. And I honestly fall for that when I was watching movies, like all this like
Hollywood
and stuff. And when I went to New York and I went to the subway, when I was walking around and everything, like my dreams like just smashed, like it's not real what we saw in the movies. So at this point of life, the most important for everyone is to find the right person. And this person can be anywhere, like almost like anybody, because like feelings and chemistry is something like out of control. But Ukrainian ladies are not chasing specifically Western guys just for the fact that they are Western guys. Gentlemen, just wanted to invite you to our free Telegram community where you can get in touch with me and Stryker directly, talk to our other subscribers, discussing some questions, having like a little community that we built where we share some interesting videos from daily life, some updates about the clients, about their trips, and answering all of your questions. So join the link down below and we see you there. Mm-hmm. I think our very first video that we ever done together was the difference between Western men and Ukrainian men, right? Like it was years ago. And so we spoke there and I was discussing the traits that I see different between Western men and Ukrainian men. More confidence in some questions, right? More ability to make money, a little bit more ambitious, a little bit more productive, I would say. Like there's a lot, I will not remember all of them, but there's certain differences. More loyal, like I think that on the West, like it's a much bigger part, that the guys are much more loyal than, unfortunately, Ukrainian guys. And so I guess that those are traits that ladies are looking for. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that the myth, and I don't know if people still believe this, but I think that some of them do, because I still see comments down below on the channel of guys that are saying stuff like, the women are just after a green card because their country is at war, and it's like they literally can go anywhere, like more so than what I can. You have more ability to travel the world, or say live in another country than what I have, than what I have, right? And I have a lot of opportunities as well. So, but their ones are always going to be a lot better. So there's no green card thing. The whole green card thing, like maybe in 1992, 1995, yes, there was this dream of like, you know, greener pastures and all that sort of stuff. But now there's Instagram, you can see what's going on, social media and all that sort of stuff. And it's, you know, it's sort of combined what was in the West as a dream and what is reality to what is actually reality, because you can actually see it, you know. And so the myth of women only wanting to find a man from the West to get a green card to get out of the country, like that's like 20 years old, I would say. That was like after the fall of the Soviet Union, when everything was an absolute complete mess and
there was
countries had no money, you know, and there literally was like shelves with no food in them in the supermarket, you know. But it's not like that now. So I think it comes down to the fundamentals of what a woman is looking for in a relationship. And I always think that the first one is always going to be survival. There's always going to be a survival level, right? So she's looking to survive. She's going to look towards a man who's going to provide those things, provisions and security and all that sort of stuff, right? That's always going to be number one. Underneath that, I think it's going to be split between two things. One of them is going to be cultural. And I would say that the majority of Ukrainian women, if you were to ask them, if you went out on the street and you didn't cherry pick the answers, would you rather be with a Ukrainian man or would you rather be with a Western man? The majority, I'd say the vast majority would say, I would rather be with the Ukrainian man because I understand certain things. And those things are, which come into the second one, which is cultural. It's the same culture. We speak
Absolutely.
the same language. We understand each other. He does what I want a man to do, and I do what a woman is supposed to do. And we understand that because we grew up that way, our parents are that way, our brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and all that sort of stuff.
But this is like when we look on a big picture, because when we go to individual level...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's the thing. It's like, is that she's going to say it's going to be on a cultural level. Then there's going to be another level. I don't know if it's below that one or above that one, which is personal preference. And it may come down to, she's dated 5 Ukrainian men before, maybe they cheated, and like there's this culture of cheating acceptance in Ukraine, you know, that's just the way it is. We're not embellishing that, that's just the way that is. And in the West, it's a little more frowned upon if a man is going to cheat. So there is that cultural shift when it comes to what is accepted inside a relationship, right? So if she has dated, I don't know, like 4 men and it's not been a great experience, then somehow she's either looking for something better and she's heard about something better, or she actually had that experience. She actually met a man that lived in UK and she had an incredible experience. And maybe they broke up, but she just thought, that's exactly what I want. And we can all relate to that, right? All the guys watching this video here, all the guys that are actually thinking that the West sucks when it comes to dating and what Western women have become, and what our chances are there to actually find what it is that we're looking for. We also went through that experience as well. And we also went, there must be something better out there. So we decided to go and pursue another culture. Some guys go to Eastern Europe, some guys go to Philippines, some guys go to Southeast Asia, Mexico, Colombia, whatever. And usually that comes down to personal preference of looks, is what I think, because they all look completely different. But I would assume that some of the roles in the relationship are very similar because those countries are, unfortunately, or fortunately for, you know, men who want to be the leader, they have less money. Okay, we've spoken about that before in our other videos, so go back and look at some of those. So when it comes to, do Ukrainian women want men from the West? They want competent men who have their shit together. It's that simple. This video could have been about 2 minutes long, but we wanted to address the whole thing because there seems to be I mean, and this is from our experience, right?
Yes.
This is truly from our experience about what we see.
This is like, you know, when we sometimes speak with Stryker and I tell him something about my Ukrainian friends that like are married for a long time and they're struggling with a husband and something is happening, and I say, Stryker, you know, like this lady, like blah, and Stryker say like she should just make him bored, you know, she should. Oh my God, I can say that. She should just. No, Stryker. Like make him bored, you know, just tell him something good, support him, maybe he has a bad day. And I say, you know, unfortunately, I know that on the West, like...
I've never said that before. She should make him bored and say that have a nice day.
No, but you said like she needs to be supportive or something, like if he's like... You did that, but
Well, there's a
please-
bit more to it than
I mean, it's more, but like what I'm trying to say is, on the West, this is highly appreciated. If the lady is doing something for the man, like for example, we have a wonderful couple, right? Doug and Elena. Sorry, I will forward the word to them. But like, she left to Ukraine for a month to see her mother, and she put together like the clothes for him, and like in every T-shirt she put like a little heart sticker for him, like with some nice words for him. So every day when he take new one for the work, he will see something nice from her. And he said, Luba, like, I can't even possibly imagine that any American woman would do that to me. Either it's true or no, like, it's his experience, right? And he was like,
You mean fold his clothes and wash them?
at least, not even talking about the love note. But in Ukraine, you know, ladies do that. Like, we will do another video about traditional ladies. Like, they do that, but it's taking for granted. Like, any man appreciate that the woman is cooking. Like because Ukrainian woman, like, she's at home and she must cook. Like, he's not taking it as like, oh wow, you made me like nice meal, you make me nice something. I mean, of course somebody will, but most of the guys will not, because they're taking that for granted. And that's why I always say that it's not so much that the lady is looking for the Western culture. I, as a matchmaker, think that there is nothing better than combination between Ukrainian culture, Slavic culture of the ladies, and Western culture of the men. Because the traits that are there, yes, it's very difficult. Stryker is right. The cultural level to overcome mentality and cultural level, it's extremely difficult. And we see that there's like, you know, our couples always like meet that wall, and there's some like sometimes they work, like sometimes they can work through this wall, sometimes no. Yes, we do help with that. Yes, we do help understand the guy that, you know, if the lady is like saying something, she just like seeking for attention, or she's looking for validation, or she's looking for that. Yes, but once you overcome the cultural and mentality different, and you are open to learn new stuff, and you're not stubborn and say, she's coming to my culture, that's why she only need to change. No, if you both work like toward each other, it will work out. But the femininity and like ability to love, the ability to care, ability to take care at the same time, house, child, dog, you, why the man is like the last one, but anyway, everything, you know, it's together. It's possible for Ukrainian lady with no problem. Also looking good, also having some job, always also like having and inviting friends for the weekend. You know, she has this ability, and the Western man has the ability to facilitate it. Yes, of course, I also speak about general level, how it is in reality, like in a big picture. If we talk about individualities, you know, individual, some guys, yes, you know, he live somewhere, he doesn't care about how he lives, like he may have like horrible house that is broken, and he said, you know, I'm not gonna fix anything, I live here for 20 years and it's fine for me. Or like he doesn't want to change his clothes, he said, you know, like I have this leather jacket for 50 years and I will wear it for next 50 years. You know, it's like, it's individual level. But if we talk in general, we think that it's not that Ukrainian ladies do or don't want men from the West. I think it's a very good combination.
Yeah, it's not that, I mean, put it this way, like, so if you meet a woman, you're from the West, you're traveling somewhere and you meet a woman and she is from Ukraine, and maybe you met in Prague or something like that, just randomly, you know, and you guys fell in love. Okay, now she's open to a relationship with a Western man, right? She wasn't thinking about it before. She wasn't thinking, I need to run around and find a Western man. Where am I going to find one of these Western men? I need to go to where the Western men hang out. No, two people fell in love. Their values aligned, or their values didn't contradict each other, and they fell in love. And that happens all the time in the world, right? It happened with my parents. So, and it's not that someone is seeking out a particular person from another country or another culture.
It just happened.
Only we're doing that, right? Only we're doing that because we're trying to get away from something. So we're out there looking for something, right? We're actively doing that because we can and we can afford it. And it's, you know, we decided to take this mission on, or our clients take this mission on as well. But when it comes to the women, some of them may want it because of their past experiences, as I've explained. Some of them may not even have ever thought about it. And some of them may not want it at all. They may meet a Western man and have had a bad experience or something like that, or they're just not interested because they can't understand it. And they just think no. But that doesn't matter, because when you go out to do this, you're only seeking out women that are open to a relationship with you. That's no different than in the West. If you were seeking out women in the West, or I shouldn't say seeking out, but if you were dating women in the West, you would meet a woman, your values possibly would align, or they wouldn't contradict each other, you know, maybe have similar goals in life, and you would fall in love. This is no different. we try to simplify it, and maybe we're complicating it even more, but we try to simplify it, but it gets so overcomplicated with, so-called thought leaders and experts in the comments of trying to do. It's really, really so simple. If a man sees value and beauty in a woman and can see longevity in that relationship, and a woman sees the same in the man, that is it. And so I can only speak for our clients here, but I guess if you're going out to yourself, it's still the same thing. But you are going to be meeting women who are open to being in a relationship with a Western man, a man from the United States or Australia, or longing for a man from New Zealand. And that's how the relationship will begin. From then on out, it's about you providing what she believes that you should provide as a man to a relationship. And I know that some guys in the comments, I've seen this a few times now, they say, well, why don't the women change? You're always telling the men to change. Why don't the women change? Look, if you bring enough masculine value and power and strength to a relationship, she will be pushed into her feminine zone, right? And that's just the way it is. Actually, we talk about this in our course Ascend, about the masculine and feminine equilibrium, and how it is probably the most important thing when you are dating. Even if you're dating Western women, some Western women, ones that are not, fully feminists and all that sort of stuff. It is the most important thing. If you understand this, you are 99% of the way there. You can get away with so many fuck-ups, right?
Are you telling them to join us in?
So do Ukrainian women long for, have a yearning for men from the West, and that's all they want?
They want to find a good, caring, masculine, loyal, genuine, not greedy, kind, cool man. That is what they want. They want to be in a good, adventurous, interesting relationship. That is what they want. And I promise you, I'm craving now to do this other video that we want to do about.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay, about traditional women, because you will get such a wonderful relationship once you are open to learn, open to change yourself, done ascend, become, embrace your masculinity. And we heard with Stryker one very interesting phrase recently that we
I'll say it,
because
that's my phrase. Okay, don't you guys pretending it's your one. No, but this is true, okay? So we'll leave you on this note, okay? We've probably bored you enough with this video.
It's about love.
So it's not just about trying to find the right person. It's also about becoming the right person. And think about that for a second, right? So all of this stuff here, do Ukrainian women want a man from the West? Well, it depends who you are. That's what it comes down to. We've tried to put all of our information into Ascend to give to you guys, right? So there is a paid version, but the first version will get you 50% of the way there. So please, guys, just go and do it, okay? That's it.
We'll see you next time.